Everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul Nguma, founder of PATTERNOLOGY LAB. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all a stock that is about to explode tomorrow and why you should keep it on your watch list. And I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who dropped your stocks of interest in the comment section of this morning's pre-market analysis video right after the intro. All right, y'all. Before we begin, again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. All right. So let's get started right off the bat. I told y'all this morning that the buyers were stepping in quite heavy, holding the stock up, right? And expect a move to the upside towards 41.90. It showed a very bullish pattern in the middle of the day, and then this bearish news happened over here. But that's fine though. I don't think we're gonna go lower. I actually think that we're gonna go a bit higher. All right. Do not be worried. I think we're going to. I think 4,200 want to be breached within the next day or two. All right. It's been consolidated for a while, and I think it's time. I think it's time we actually get to that level and we potentially even break it. All right. So, but I will follow up on this one in the morning. Now, the stock that all of you should be keeping on your watch list for tomorrow. That stock is AMAT. All right. And the main reason why I want y'all to keep this on your watch list, we talked about this one before. It made us money in the past over here, right in this region from 126 all the way up to 145, right? And then I was a bit iffy on whether it was a good time to short it. And honestly, this slope right here, not the best shorting potential, not the most lucrative, I would say. I mean, so the short sellers did make money, but it wasn't that much. All right, but as of right now, the way it's looking, it's just been consolidating downwards. And the pattern that I see here that I want to share with all of you is this wonderful flag that is on the charts. It's quite clean, very, very clean. All right, it broke out last week, it held its gains, consolidated, and today it actually ran from 134 all the way up to 137, and I think it has a lot of room to the upside. I do think that this previous level of short sellers will be taken out very, very soon. All right, they're not gonna last for too long. Keep this one in your watch list for a potential move to retest the highs. I didn't feel good about shorting it before, and I still don't feel good about shorting it. So this one is good for a long. This one is definitely good for a long play, all right, out of this flag right here. Now, since we are talking about stocks that are ready to explode, I think it's right for us to talk about. I need to do a follow up actually on another stock that looks just like this. It's actually NUE. All right. And NUE, for those of y'all who watched that video from last week about whether the drop was an overreaction to the Biden tax news or whatever. Yeah, I told you that I was shorting this one. And I actually shorted this one after they put up like lower than expected earnings, and I didn't like it, and I had to exit because of one reason and one reason only. This level right over here did not break. I wanted to see that level tank right here, right? The puts that I got in this region accumulated here, and then I ended up taking like a $300 loss over here right after I saw this flag again, and it looked bullish to me. I didn't like this. I hated this. And now that I look at it more and I just take a step back, it actually looks pretty good for longs. Like, it looks really, really good for longs. Even though the earnings were not the best, it's following the market. It's looking quite bullish. And there's this bull flag right here that you do not want to be shorting against. I really do not recommend it. I think it's gonna go a lot higher. I do believe that we can see the $90 target, maybe even 95, or maybe even 100. All right, it's still bullish right now. That little earnings report that they put out didn't have any effect on the overall trend of the stock, and I do think that it's gonna go a lot higher towards this region right here. So again, since we're talking about stocks exploding in this video, there you go. This is the other stock that you should be keeping on your watches for a potential long. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. For those of y'all who dropped those in the comment section of this morning's video, the first one that we're going to be addressing is Jumia. All right, and Jumia did quite well today. It did along with a lot of stocks in the market. Today was overall a green day for almost all the stocks that you see on the market. Almost all of them. Like if you look at the map, just the stock map showing all of the different sectors, it's all green. And this one actually broke this level right over here at $32. And I definitely think that it's not done yet. I think it's gonna go a lot higher, towards like $35 or $36. Definitely not bearish on this one. Yes, this neckline is in the way, but I don't think it's gonna be there for too long. Like I think that level is gonna get taken out, and then all of the short sellers who were shorting over here, right? They're all gonna cover, they're all gonna panic, and then the stock is gonna go even higher. So in regards to Jumia, definitely not bearish, and I wouldn't recommend anybody to short this thing. Short sellers, don't get too greedy. The stock didn't tank. The head and shoulders that y'all saw is no longer valid. So be very, very careful and manage your risk accordingly. Now, another stock that we're going to be talking about in this video, somebody asked, is it time to short BNTX? All right. And I saw your comment and I saw the stock. I looked at the stock and I was like, I know why you're shorting it. You're shorting it in anticipation of the abandoned baby pattern. And hopefully you were able to make some money off of it. Hopefully you were like right over here, right? So hopefully that was your trade and that's what you did. You got in somewhere here and you covered here, hopefully, right? But as of right now, as of the way it looks, anybody who is still holding short are gonna get squeezed. Like I would not short this thing at all. I really would not. I think it has a lot of room to run higher. The market is not even bearish right now, and it's been actually outperforming the market. While the market was going sideways and not knowing where it's gonna go, this thing has been going up and up and up. I covered it before at around 136 because somebody else asked about it, and I told you that yeah, it has room to run. And so far it's been running for a while, and I think it's gonna keep running some more. So again, this is another option for those of you who are looking for other opportunities. This is another one, all right? But it's not gonna last for too long. I actually want this thing to fly really fast. That way I can potentially short it at the top. All right, so hopefully it gets up really quickly. But as of right now, I would not short this one. I really wouldn't. The next one that we're going to be talking about in this video, we're gonna look at how NEO is doing. And NEO, again, for all of y'all who watched that video last week and this morning's video, hopefully you were able to make some money on this one. The stock was very generous. Like right out the gates, it immediately tanked all the way down to 41 bucks, giving everybody who didn't buy yesterday to buy in, or not yesterday, on Friday, to buy in at a very discounted price, right, to ride this thing all the way up. And I honestly think like it's right next to the circle that I drew last week. I haven't touched this thing at all. It's right next to it. So if you're happy with your money, like if you bought it in the $39 level all the way up to the 43, if you're happy with your gains, make sure you pay yourself some, right? Could it go higher? I definitely think it can. I think it's the beginning of the move. I'm not sure exactly how earnings is going to go in regards to this stock, and I wouldn't recommend anybody to go in too heavy and too risky through earnings. It is a reputable company, and EV stocks have been doing quite well. So earnings is just gonna be interesting. All right. So if you're gonna go through it, go in light and manage your risk. All right. Now the next one, and since we're talking about EV stocks, we have to talk about Tesla. All right. And for all of y'all who are beginners, again, this is a very good example of what not to do. If you look on here, Tesla actually, they have phenomenal earnings. I think they like exceeded some type of expectations. They beat quarterly revenues expectations. Yeah. So the stock did great. Earnings, they probably like crushed all types of numbers, but at the end of the day, that reaction to earnings is 150% gambling. You don't know what it's gonna do. It's unpredictable. Like playing through this, anybody who bought calls, especially short-term calls, those options are gonna drop by at least 60% out the gates. It's not looking too good. It's really not. Now, the main question is it going to tank all the way back down to 700? I honestly don't think so. I really don't think so. I think it's going to do exactly what Netflix did, right? It tanked and then it just went sideways for a very long time, pissing off all of the longs and all of the shorts. It's just everybody is mad. Nobody's making money here, right? So I honestly think that's what Tesla's going to do for quite some time. And yeah, just be very patient. Eventually it's going to provide more opportunities to trade this stock, and I may even cover it in another video, but that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to destroy, annihilate, and obliterate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel a lot and it allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on these post-market analysis videos, which are released every single day in the afternoon. This one is a little late, I know, right? And the pre-market analysis videos, which are released from Monday to Friday at exactly 8:15 a.m. Central Time, 15 minutes before the market opens. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Paul Nguma and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter and Facebook as well. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, I left some step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 right after you sign up with Webull using my very first link in the description below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Nguma with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I'll see all of you in the next video, alright? Enjoy the outro.